a hero inspired me. Welcome to Tools to Create a Better Life with myself, Glenyce Hughes. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you. Yeah, so we are still in the United States on our travels, pet and house sitting. We have the cutest little, I believe, long-haired dachshund right now in St. Louis, Missouri. Oh my gosh, I'll put a little video on here of him. Oh my gosh. Anyway, last night, because our sit didn't start until today, we spent the night in a hotel close by. And this morning, very early in the morning, I was sitting at the desk in the hotel and I could hear two women out in the hallway. And I'm pretty sure they were standing right by my door because it was like I was sitting in the middle of them. That was very, very clear what they were saying. And basically what had occurred, as much as I could get, was the one woman was treated very poorly by the desk clerk, and very, very poorly, let me just say. And the other woman, who, these are two strangers, obviously saw that occur. And when they were in the hallway, the one who I have called the hero, yes, I have renamed her as Hero, she was very intensely sharing with this woman that is not okay and what she should do instead. So apparently what had occurred is this desk clerk very, very unkind to this one woman, and the woman went upstairs and was crying. She was crying out in the hallway on her way back to her room, and Hero stepped in and said, listen, you can't be doing that. You can't just let somebody to treat you like that and come up here and cry. She said, you go back down there, you make sure that you see the policies. There were some things that were said and charges that were made in terms of like financial charges for additional guests and all these things. And Hero was so inspirational, but also like, holy. You would definitely know if Hero spoke to you in that way. She was so passionate about it and so clear in terms of like, no, you don't take that shit. You do not take that shit. You actually don't take that shit. And at one point she said to this woman, and this was the part that just really, it just took me to tears. She said, I don't even know you, and you are my sister. What? I don't even know you, and you are my sister. Guys, imagine a world where we lived that, where we looked at everybody, female or male or non-gender. I don't know the proper term. I apologize. And we said, I don't know you, but I got your back. That's what she was saying. I don't know you, and I have your back. And there'd be some people who maybe would say, Hero didn't have that woman's back because she is hard on her. She was hard on her, but damn, was it good. It was the hardness that most of us would never, ever give, but probably should. There's probably times in our lives where we should give it to ourselves or we should give it to somebody else. And that woman this morning, I mean, at least from what I could hear through the door, I mean, honestly, I wanted to open the door and clap, but it really would have been inappropriate. But that is like, that Hero required, like, she deserved a standing ovation for her just having this woman's back. And the other woman, required to know that yes, Hero has her back, but so do the rest of us. And it's okay to say, no, this doesn't work. It's okay to, because somebody's a desk clerk, because somebody has a role in, assisting you with your hotel room, it doesn't give them the right to treat you poorly. It doesn't give them the right to make charges up, and I mean, this whole story isn't about what that occurred. It was really about Hero and how she didn't know her, and she was her sister. And I just looked at my own life, and especially traveling as much as we have in these past few months, where I wouldn't go out of my way to be unkind. That's just not who I am. But sometimes there's just not kindness. Sometimes it's just I'm matching the energy of people around me, and ugh. And what 𝘗𝘗𝘰𝘨𝘳𝘍 reminded me of this morning was, no, it's matching the energy of people around me is not okay. It's not an excuse. Because we, each one of us, sisters, brothers, others, whatever, it doesn't matter. Each one of us would like more. I know, because you're still watching or listening to this. I know you would like more. You wouldn't be here right now if you didn't. So we would like more. We need to be more. We need to be more 𝘗𝘗𝘰𝘨𝘳. We need to call people out when they need to be called out. And not from betterness or anything, but from, hey, I've got your back, but let's step the fuck up. No, you don't go upstairs crying. And maybe you do. Honestly, that would be something I would need to do. I'd need to go cry and do that. And then I could go. And that's exactly this woman I overheard in the hallway. I was just sitting right in my desk. That's all I was doing. I wasn't eavesdropping. I could not help it. But so I did hear her talk to somebody else. She just said, oh, I went down and, got this information, and it still didn't quite sound like the information. I was kind of, honestly, I was wishing that 𝘗𝘗𝘰𝘨𝘳 would go downstairs with her. But I also realized that that's not, 𝘗𝘗𝘰𝘨𝘳 can't be there all the time. This 𝘗𝘗𝘰 gave this woman, the kick in the ass, I'm going to say, that she needed. And what she does with that is totally up to her. And I'm not saying it would be easy, because it's not. There's so few of us that appreciate confrontation, but that's the problem. We don't like confrontation, so we get the people that will walk all over us. We get the people who will treat us unfairly. We get the people who will charge us for things that don't need to be charged for, or shouldn't be charged for, or not legal to charge for. That's what 𝘗𝘗𝘰𝘨𝘳 at one point, she's like, you should sue them. I'm like, okay, I think you might be going a little far with this woman right now. She can't hear that, but anyway. And so I was so inspired by this. I don't even know you, and you are my sister. So I've spent the rest of the day looking at everybody, including myself, including hubby. I'll be honest, at times, guys. I mean, we spend a lot of time. Before, we spent a lot of time together. Now we spend a lot of time together. So there's times where, I'm not seeing him as a sister. Which sounds really wrong. But you know what I mean. There isn't a kindness at all. And it's like, what if I could change that? What if every person on the street, every person I interacted with everywhere, I could have their back? And then taking it a step further, what if I had that for myself? I was kind of having this, I'm a very visual person, so I sometimes have, I don't know what you call them, daydreams or thoughts in my head about the visual things. And so I was visually imagining, what if it was one person? I know it wasn't, but what if it was? What if that woman was standing in front of a mirror in the hallway, and I took it as two people, but what if she was talking to herself? What if we actually talked to ourselves like that? What if we had our own backs the way that 𝘗𝘗𝘰𝘨𝘳 had this other woman's back? What if we said the hard things? What if we said, you don't come up here and cry, you go deal? I mean, she didn't say this, but basically she said, you put on your big girl panties and you deal. And she had kids with her, the other woman. And she said, you don't want your kids doing this. You don't want your kids seeing this. You want your kids to see that you've got them and they've got you, and you can deal. And it was just, I've got words. Obviously, I've said many words now about it, but the words really cannot say everything that I received from this morning, and just really especially in the past few months for myself, there's just so much going on the planet that honestly, at times I think, what's the point? Like, what's the fucking point? Everybody's killing, everybody's hating, everybody's separating, there's so much. And then Hero this morning, she restored part of my the humanity on that this is a thing, that there's still people on the planet who would do this for somebody. I wouldn't have done that. If I would have interacted, if I would have seen what went on, I would have, if I had the chance, had a conversation with the woman who had went through it, but it wouldn't have been like that. It would have been probably a lot more of like, hey, are you okay? Can I help you? Would have been more that energy, not this like boom that Hero had. And damn, that was good. That was so much more than so much more to change it, I guess is what we could say. Because there's a kindness we can be when somebody who's went through something that we can really contribute to and assist with in certain ways. But when you call it like it is, and you say what's required, and you don't give room for wallowing, I'm not sure if that's the word, but that's the energy of it, and you make it really clear what's required, that woman then had the confidence to go back down to the front desk and deal. She went and did the thing that she probably never in a million years would have done without Hero saying what she did. If Hero would have just come in and comforted her, there would have been something there, but nothing to the degree of getting her to go back down to the front desk and deal. Like, wow, that takes a level of energy and kindness, and like, wow, just wow is all I have to say, and just how inspired I am by it all. And so, I did a little post shortly after on Facebook about it, and I said at the end of the post, like, let's all go be heroes today. So guys, let's all go be heroes today. And man, I tell you what, if by any chance the trucker that was at that hotel in Missouri, who I'm calling Hero, I believe she said she drove an 18-wheeler? I think it's an 18-wheeler. I think it was Claysville, Missouri, the hotel I was at, a Quality Inn. If she happens to be watching this, I just got to say thank you. Thank you for showing me what else is possible. Thank you for inviting me to a level of kindness and potency, and having someone you don't even know's back that I didn't even know was possible. Thank you, and thank you. Gosh. And if we're ever somewhere together, I would love to buy you a drink. So there we go, guys. There is the inspiration that I received this morning at, 7:30 in the morning. It was amazing. Have a great week. I look forward to chatting again next week.